It could be even now, it could be before I even finished editing this video that the deal gets done. So if I'm late or if I'm too early, let me know. I mean, smash that like button. That's all I say. Smash that like button and subscribe to PSG. That he doesn't want to actually join PSG. His first preference is Manchester United, and that's all down to Ten Hag tapping him up, speaking to him, telling him the plan, telling him his vision of where he's going to take Manchester United. And if these players like Mount, like Onana, like this kid is huge, and in my opinion, he's going to be better than Haaland. And you might be laughing about this. You might be sat there thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? Why does he think he's going to be better than Haaland? Hope you are all doing well out there and enjoying your week. It's been a busy week in the world of football. But before I kick off today's show, I need to say a massive thank you to everyone that subscribed to our channel and become part of our community, the United family. That's what you've become part of. If you have tuned into this channel for the first time ever, it's your lucky day. You need to make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss another show from the Man United stream, because we are the only channel that brings you news of Manchester United that is on point, and it's not made up just for clicks and likes. We are a fans channel for the fans. Also, before I forget, hit that like into the show. First of all, I'm going to discuss the whole Man United takeover. What the hell is going on? What happened to the Glazers selling the club? What happened to all the hype about the Qataris buying the club and coming in and buying every single player that we can think of? All these top players in the world will be coming to United once the Qataris take over, and United will be one of the richest clubs in the world with the backing of Sheikh Yassim. But we're stuck in a prison, it feels like, with the Glazers. We can't get away no matter what we do, no matter what we try. We are trying to get out of the prison cell, but every time the door feels like it's opening, the Glazers come and shut that door bang shut. These Glazers are like vampires. Not only do they actually look scary, but they've started to give fans nightmares. Everything has gone quiet on the sale process, and the two initial bidders, Sheikh Yassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, have simply disappeared. Even they look like they've given up with the Glazers. There were lots of reports 2 weeks ago that the Glazers had reached a decision and they would make an announcement imminently. But we are still waiting. Despite our trying to get hold of this information and trying to find out what's going on with the takeover and trying to contact all the sources that we know, nobody is willing to go on record and say anything. It's complete blackout. Meanwhile, what are the Glazers doing? Glazers are attending Man United games like they're the biggest fans, and there's nothing going on. We have had Man United legend and arguably someone who still has a huge following socially, Mr. David Beckham, come out in an interview to the Athletic newspaper that he believes that it's time for the Glazers to sell up and leave. He believes that they've lost the faith of the fans and that they have to now leave. Firstly, I'd like to say a huge thank you to David Beckham for this. I have personally met David Beckham twice and I've spoken with him, and he is a legend, true gentleman and a really nice guy. But secondly, the bit about the Glazers having lost the fans. The Glazers lost the fans years ago. They never had the fans. I mean, we know that the Glazers don't really care about the fans. And if they were that worried about the fans, they would have sold Man United years ago. But let's get this straight. We fans are like cats. You show cats a red dot and they will run after it all day. And that's what we fans are like. Show us a new player or win a pre-season game against Arsenal and we forget everything about a takeover going on. The Glazers know we're like this. They know that fans have an attention span of a 1-year-old baby. We do not keep our attention on the bigger picture. We do not realise that the takeover is still going on. We start thinking about other things, the games going on, the players and what they're doing and what they're not doing, the fallout from losing a game, winning a game, buying a player, not buying a player, what is going on in the transfer window, everything but the sale of Manchester United. But some fans are on it like a car bonnet. We will not allow the Glazers to distract us. We need the sale to go through and we want the Glazers out. We want the Glazers to free our club. We want to sign the very best players in the world. We do not want to be happy with signing mediocre players every transfer window. We want to sign the best. Like, what the hell? We have money issues? Like, there's Real Madrid, Barcelona, City, Newcastle are buying players over $1 million like they're buying a pack of sweets from a store. And there is us, Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, crying about money, not having enough money. Why haven't we got enough money? Okay, stop. I need to calm down. I need to calm down and make a few points about the channel before I forget. If you like what you're hearing, hit that like button so that this video gets recommended to other Man United fans and we can really start to spread the message of not forgetting about the sale. So take your index finger, hit that like button on your screen, and if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. It'll be the best decision you make this year, trust me. So heading back to Manchester United, our beloved club, that is being raided. That is being slowly torn apart from the inside by the Glazers. We had David Beckham, who you would argue is a very influential person in the world of football, maybe just after Cristiano Ronaldo. So when David Beckham comes out and says something like this, people listen. It's not like Wayne Rooney coming out and saying something who most people don't even understand. It is David Beckham, one of the most iconic players in the world of football. Beckham has influence, real influence, and when he says the Glazers need to leave, the Glazers hear about it. Let's be honest, for years fans have protested and complained about the Glazers, but the Glazers didn't care one bit about it. It's only in recent years that the fans have taken actions that have resulted in the media to sit up and take notice, the world of football to take up and take notice. Then what made a huge difference and made the Glazers panic was what Cristiano Ronaldo, a footballing icon and a player with huge social influence, came out and said about the Glazers. The Glazers do not care about the club or the fans. This is what really worried the Glazers. They got exposed from within. No one from within the club has ever lifted the lid on the Glazers and what they're really like. No one. For years we've hoped that someone will have the balls to come out and say that the Glazers are bad and that they must leave, but no one dared do it. There was no one big enough to take on the Glazers until Cristiano Ronaldo had the balls to come out and take on the Glazers head to head. So what now? I think the comments made by Bex will once again wake up the fan base and remind them that we have a takeover process still ongoing and we need the Glazers out. If we had new owners, we would surely have been going for players like Kane, Osimhen and others this transfer window, for sure. But right now we're playing around with 100 million in our pockets. For the transfer window, for the entire transfer window, we had a budget of 100 million. Is this a joke? Whilst there's clubs out there like Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle buying single players for that same amount. Then we have the real big clubs. Clubs historically that have been in the same group as United. Clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, who spend 100 million like it's loose change to them. So why are we not doing the same? Well, it's quite clear. We have the Glazers sat there controlling our money and the money isn't there. They'd rather put it in their own back pockets than actually buy players that will make a huge difference to the club. The Glazers have lowered our expectations as Man United fans so much that we feel it's okay to go out there and squabble over £5 million over a player that most big teams would regard as a second team player. We need to all wake up and see that this is bad. This is a bad way. We are struggling. We are begging clubs to reduce the fee by 5 to 10 million. What are we doing? Every United fan needs to wake up and realise that things will never get better under the Glazers. We are trying to build a huge mansion on top of weak foundations. These Glazers are weak foundations. They were going to sell the club to the Super League and make the money for themselves. Remember, we need to wake up. The Glazers have not put a single penny, single pound, single dollar into Manchester United. This is why we have got weak foundations, weak owners. We cannot go forward whilst we have the enemy within. We all need to keep on talking about this, sharing videos like this on WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. You need to start sending this kind of video out to people. Share it with fellow Man United fans. Tell them what's going on. Tell them not to forget about the Glazers and what the ownership is like and where are we going with all of this. This is why we haven't signed anyone huge. Why aren't we talking about Kane? Why aren't we talking about about Osimhen. It's because we haven't got the owners who've got the capital, who've got the finances to go out there and buy players. Anyway, whilst we're talking about buying players, let's turn our attention to the transfer window to finish off today's show, because it brings all Man United fans some joy and some hope that we might sign a superstar that can change our fortunes around. Make us the club that we once were and where we belong. We are the biggest club in England, and I would argue in the world. You hear fans argue, which is the biggest club in the world? For me, it's Man United. Man United is the biggest club in the world, hands down. But I will do another video debating this very point, and it's going to be interesting. You better subscribe so you don't miss that video, because that is going to be explosive. That's going to be a video that's going to send shockwaves around the world of football, and if you're fans of other clubs, you'll want to hear that too, so you better subscribe too. United are very close, extremely close on getting Rasmus Hojlund to join Man United. They have made a formal offer and are in talks with Atalanta right now, trying to reach an agreement, and I'm 99% sure that this deal will get done. Our sources from Italy are saying that the clubs have an open dialogue and are working to get it sorted. Both clubs want this deal to go through. Atalanta and Man United are actively trying to get this done, and in fact it could be even now, it could be before I even finished editing this video that the deal gets done. So if I'm late or if I'm too early, let me know. I mean, smash that like button, that's all I say. Smash that like button and subscribe. But look, this deal is very close. I've been going on about it for weeks, but obviously this whole involvement with PSG trying to hijack the whole deal came out of the blue, and that caught everybody off guard, especially Manchester United, and they've had to move on it very quickly. But they have been totally relaxed about the whole Hojlund deal, because they know that they've already tapped up the player. That player is keen on joining Manchester United and nobody else. He does not want to join PSG. He's actually made it clear to PSG that he doesn't want to actually join PSG. His first preference is Manchester United, and that's all down to Ten Hag tapping him up, speaking to him, telling him the plan, telling him his vision of where he's going to take Manchester United. And if these players like Mount, like Onana, like Hojlund are refusing to join other clubs and are wanting to join Manchester United because of the vision that Ten Hag is presenting them, we need to sit up and realise that this manager knows what he's doing, because players don't just jump ship and don't refuse to join PSG for the hell of it. They are doing it because they can see where Manchester United is going to be under this manager. So that is something promising. I swear, I'm so happy with Ten Hag. I really want him to do well. I think he will do well. He's a top manager. Reminds me of Alex Ferguson. Hands down, this guy is the best manager we've had since Alex Ferguson. So what a legend this Rasmus Hojlund is already. He's already gone so high up my books. What a legend for turning down PSG and telling them that he does not want to join PSG. He doesn't want to join any other club. He has got his sights set on Manchester United, and I love that determination in a player. I like the fact that he knows what he wants. He's not faffing about. Oh yes, I might join you and I might join this club and I might. No, he's fully committed to Manchester United, and that's what you want. You want commitment from these players, that they join in the club because they want to be there, not because, oh, they're getting paid more, not because of anything else. Not because they want to be in the city or they want to be in England, they want to play for Premier League. They want to play for Man United, and that's what you want from a player. You want them to say, I want to play for Manchester United, I want to play for the manager, I really want to make a difference. And this dude, Hojlund, really is one of those players. He's joining United because he feels like he is the man who can make them the club that they once were. What a legend he is already. He's going to be a huge superstar in the future. Watch this, because I'm telling you, Hojlund is a class player, and he's going to be a GOAT going forward. This kid is huge, and in my opinion, he's going to be better than Haaland. And you might be laughing about this. You might be sat there thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? Why does he think he's going to be better than Haaland? Because I think he's built for the Premier League. His build is like a Didier Drogba. He's going to bully defenders. And I think he's got a lot more to offer than Haaland. If you look back at what Haaland was doing at his age, he was doing nothing. He was faffing about. This kid is going to be something massive. Mark my words. Anyway, moving off from the Hojlund. Hopefully by the time this video goes out, it's all done and dusted and we've signed him. But I am telling you that it's very, very close and we are going to get our man. It's just a matter of now, hours. By the end of the day, hopefully we get some good news. Moving on from that, let's talk about the Amrabat deal. This one's another one like Hojlund. It's been on the back burner for some time. Everyone's been talking about it. There's been rumours that yes, it's done. No, it's not done. When is it going to get done? It's only a matter of time. He's refused Liverpool. He wants to join Manchester United. He's keen on joining Manchester United. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. That's what we're hearing, and that is what I'm hearing as well. I'm hearing that the Amrabat deal is going to get done. Manchester United are just waiting on selling a few players like Fred, like McTominay, and they'll get the money and then they'll be able to put it towards the Amrabat deal and confirm everything and get it done and dusted. I mean that tells you everything about the takeover, about the Glazers. Why we're having to sell players to buy players like this is ridiculous. We should be making these moves knowing full well that we'll be able to cover the expenses of these players. Let's not faff about. Let's not fool ourselves. These are mid players. Amrabat isn't the world's best midfielder. I mean, we're not talking about Bellingham or we're not talking about someone crazy like that. We are talking about a decent player. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player. I like the guy. I actually think it's a really good move by United. I am actually happy that they're going after him. But to say that he is one of the best players in the world right now would be a lie, and that's why I'm saying we should not be faffing about with these kind of deals. We shouldn't be saying, oh right, okay, can we afford it, can we not? We should be going in there, getting our men and bringing them. We need to offer Ten Hag these players before pre-season so he could get used to them. He could get them integrated into the team. We saw that Onana playing against Real Madrid. It takes time for players to gel with the rest of the team. It takes time for them to get used to the play and the style. Just to settle down, it takes time to settle down to these players. You can't just expect them to come in and hit the ground running. It's not easy. So that's why we've got to give Ten Hag some time with these players. We've got to sign these players early so they can come in and settle down and get used to what is expected of them. And it takes them at least 5 to 10 matches to really get used to what is going on. So look, obviously there's been a fallout from the whole Real Madrid loss of 2-0 and a lot of people have criticised Onana and some have criticised Mount, but look, I'm really genuinely happy with both of them. I think they've done well. Onana showed some real glimpses of why we signed him. Mount is still gonna come good. I believe that, I really do. Both players are top signings and they have improved Manchester United, no doubt. Now we just need a striker to come in, and we do need that defensive cover because it was unfortunate to see. It was heartbreaking to see Kobe Mainoo go off injured, man. I picked this kid out as being one of the breakthrough stars this season, and it just broke my heart seeing him getting injured so early on in the game, and I hope he recovers as quick as possible. That's the worst thing you can see on a young player. I did say that Ten Hag is going to slowly integrate him into the team so he doesn't pick up these kind of injuries. So that's really unfortunate that he's not been able to showcase what he can do in that team. Now, finally, I'm going to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been leaving comments below. I want to hear from you guys, Man United fans. Get typing on those keyboards. Leave us your comments. Have your say. This channel is all about you having your say. I'm not going to be ranting on about what I want and what my opinion is. I want to hear from you guys so I can then let the world know what Man United fans really think of a player, of a signing, and where we're going, what we're doing with the team, what we're playing like. I want you guys to let us know. So drop your comments below. Players are leaving. I'm being told that Fred, McTominay, fingers crossed, will be getting sold very soon. Maguire, let's wait and see. It looks like he's still digging his heels, doesn't want to go anywhere. But Manchester United would benefit hugely if Maguire was sold in this transfer window. It looks highly unlikely that he's get sold. In my last show I did say that I think he's going to go out on loan, probably to West Ham or probably to another Premier League club, but let's wait and see. The sales will help bring in Amrabat for sure. You are watching the Man United stream, a channel by the fans for the fans. Hit that like button and subscribe so you do not miss a beat on all the breaking Manchester United news. Goodbye.